morning, friends, and welcome to your first junk journaling class. I wanted to kind of give you a preview of what we're making today. This is called Frankenpaper. Some people also call it a masterboard. And we can use this to create a lot of the pieces that are going to go in your journal, but we can also use this as foundation pages and even in some cases the cover for your journal. And all you really need for this is a sheet of kind of leftover paper. It can have writing on it. It doesn't even matter. It can be an old photocopy. You're going to need some scissors, a ruler, a glue stick, and a whole bunch of pieces of paper. It's actually better if they're not full pieces. So you're going to see here I've got a piece of a doily. There's an old notepad here, some music sheets, an old calendar. It's just random. And the other piece you're going to need is your bag, because you're going to want to keep all of the pieces of your kit together. So be sure you put your name on your bag, and I will put you on fast forward so I can show you what this looks like. The first thing I'm going to show you how to do here is how to rip and tear using your ruler. You can, of course, use your scissors if that's more pleasing to you, but it actually gives a really interesting texture when you just use your ruler to kind of cut down the little pieces of paper that you want. And the other really good thing is it actually takes less time. So it's kind of a really neat way to give it that vintagey kind of feel. So from here, just make sure when you're sticking your pieces of paper down, make sure you go all around the outside of your paper. I'm going to show you here in a minute. And make sure you've got glue covering all of it. You see how I go outside and then I fill it in. You need to do that with every single little piece that you stick down, because otherwise you're going to end up having little elements of your scraps falling off your paper, and it's going to get really frustrating really fast. So just when you glue stick, make sure that you go all around the outside and fill in the middle. And the quicker you do it, the better the glue sticks. So, you know, don't take forever to fill in that little space. If you're lucky enough to be using a purple glue stick, you're going to be able to really see the areas that you missed. If not, no big deal. Just make sure you put more glue than you think you need on the back of the paper. It actually also makes the larger composition, it makes it stronger, because as the glue hardens, it actually makes your paper get a little bit thicker and harder too. So it's a really good, it's a good tool to have. Don't be afraid to use something in your kit that might have a little bit of texture. And don't be afraid if you can see the glue through your paper. As it dries, it will disappear, I promise. Use papers that have words, photos even. This one I think is music notes. It's just whatever strikes your fancy. And I know they look really boring right now, but they're meant to, because we're going to add all the interesting bits next class. One of the last things you need to do is just make sure you go back in with your glue stick, and if there are any corners that are sticking up, or you can see there's a piece of paper that's not quite glued all the way down, now's a good time to fix that, because if you end up cutting this page up and there are pieces of it that aren't stuck, you're going to end up ruining your design. So there you go. So today's project is Frankenpages. Be sure to use all of the scraps. If there are little pieces that you want to trade with a friend, that's fine too. But make sure you put your page and your scraps back in your bag when you're done. Have fun creating your Frankenpages, and I will see you next class. Bye for now.